co-host brought up. No, we were talking about 5 things. We didn't cover all 5 things that tell people that you're insecure. And one that I definitely want to make sure we talk about is the fact that someone that's insecure struggles with apologizing. Yeah, because nobody wants to be wrong.
I guess
that's
I'm not insecure
everybody.
because I apologize like at least 20 times a day. You know what it is, baby. You know what it is, baby.
I'm sorry, please, baby,
Right.
please.
Please, baby,
Yeah.
baby, shit.
Yeah, but they struggle with apologizing, and I'm quick to apologize, even if I'm not wrong, because I just like to keep the peace. It's not that serious.
So let me ask you then. So when someone apologizes, do you like let it go, or do you? Like,
I do.
you do because there's a lot of people who
everybody-
don't let it go though.
Yeah, people when you
some
start
people
keeping
hold
count
grudges.
of who's right and who's wrong,
Right.
you definitely have a problem.
You know, because I'm the type of person who I'm sorry. Let's keep it moving. Now, hang on. Let's unpack this for a minute. Really? What?
And
Really?
you may need to unpack it, but you can't stay there. Pack it, put away, and move on. Yeah, you can't stay in it. But I think we all had people in our lives that struggle with apologizing.
Yeah, that's very true. And the insincere apologies really don't work either.
Yeah,
When somebody says, "I'm sorry you feel that way,"
Oh yeah.
that is a empty apology.
Yeah.
how about "I'm sorry
Oh
for
my
making"?
God, my ex used to say that all
I'm
the
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry for making you feel that,
That way, yes.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, you get it, Peter.
Well, I'm learning. Okay. I'm learning.
Yes. And you know what? I think that when you accept that apology, you're setting the precedent for them to keep doing that to you. And you never really get any empathy from them.
Would that be sort of like gaslighting, though?
I don't know, because how do you define gaslighting?
You know, when you're like, whose phone is that?
Who's
I
calling?
hope it's not
Somebody's
mine.
want to be on the show. So what's gaslighting?
It would be like, it comes from the term back in the days, right? Where they used to have the gas. Who was that in the background? Gas lanterns.
Somebody.
Let me look up the
focus. Go
definition.
ahead.
Let me look up the
Okay,
definition.
yeah. Okay, so while he's looking up gaslighting,
my job.
and 5 things that make you insecure really kind of tie back into the love bombing. Because we were asked the question by Mr. Willie Brown over here, did we like being single? And I'm going to let Miss Zelda answer, and then I'll chime in.
Let me just tell you what gaslighting is real quick.
Okay, what's
Okay.
gaslighting?
So
What's
gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victim's mind.
Sounds like love bombing.
Wow.
See, typically gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over the other person by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment. Okay, so yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. So I just want people to be mindful of that type of behavior and don't feel like you have to
It's like-
agree to it and accept it.
Right.
Because I think we get in the relationships and then we want to, we try to please that person. We want to be in love. We want to make that person happy. So we try to, we give in to a lot of things that may be to our detriment.
I asked that question too because I was wondering, being single today, and I know it's hard for people that are single. Is it that you want to be single? I mean, some people say they want to be in a relationship, but are you really showing that you want to be in a relationship, or are you really like being single?
Ms.
You know?
Zelda, I'm going to let you give your answer to do you enjoy being single?
Well, I gotta say yes, I do. And another thing I'm going to say is we all can be married. I have girlfriends that's been married 4 and 5 and 6 times.
Wow.
So like I could have been married 4 and 5, 6 times. So we all can be married, but do we want to just be married because everybody says we have to be married? Or do we want to get married because we're truly in love and we want to do it because us and not society? So me, I am single. I'm not lonely. I have friends and I'm good. I don't
But
go.
would you prefer a committed relationship? Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
So
You know what?
right.
If I found the right man with the, if the man finds me and everything's good, but I know we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. They're not perfect.
All right, so Zelda, let me ask you a
Well,
question. Hang on, let me ask you a question. Okay.
I'm just happy. I am happy. I'm happy go lucky.
There you go. So let me ask you a question. So, you know, a lot of women have these lists, okay, of their perfect guy. So
No,
what
I
do
ain't
those
got no
consist
list.
of?
I ain't
Well,
got no
I-
list because
well,
I like actually I ain't got no list. They just need to be tall, black.
Well, that's a list.
and-
That's a
and
list.
That's it. Just tall and black. I love black men. Period.
That's
Well,
it.
And they gotta
Maybe,
have
maybe
some
that's
teeth.
the problem. I like
They
too
gotta have
many.
some teeth.
They got some
yeah.
teeth. Some
Oh,
teeth
yeah,
in
they
there now.
got to have some
Right.
teeth. That's
Gotta have
the
some
Well,
teeth.
I
number
think
one.
They have summer teeth.
But no,
okay?
I don't have any. I don't. They don't have to be rich. None of that. I mean, both of my daughters' fathers, they're pro athletes. If I wanted to get married, I could have married them. And I'm not going to marry for money. To me in life, most important is health, not money. So you know that guy. When he finds me, it'll be it. But until then, I'm fine. I'm good.
So do you have a significant other right now?
I have friends.
Oh, okay. With benefits?
that are significant. All of
With
them
benefits?
are significant others.
Yeah, they're probably watching right now. Hey, babe.
Oh wow. Okay, I like that.
Supportive.
Okay.
They're very supportive friends of you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I like being single because I like my freedom. Do I want a committed relationship? Yes, I want a husband. I want my Adam. I surely do. But I'm not trying to make him up. I'm not trying to create
Manufacture
him.
it, right.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let. I don't do a good job at choosing, so I'm gonna let God choose.
Yes.
And when God speaks, I'm gonna know He's speaking.
Yes.
So I just kind of enjoy my life where it is. I'm happy with me. I don't need a man to buy me a car and a house and do all these things for me.
Yes.
You know, because I like Frida. Frida can take care and love on Frida herself.
So that means you do have a list.
I really don't, because if I look at the different
I
men
just
that I've
shoved you, by the
dated
way.
throughout my life, they have been short, tall, fat, skinny, light, dark, like bald, lot of hair. Like they've
Right.
been
All right.
different.
Why
So I
did she
really-
look at us when she had all the, you know,
What I'm about to
you
say
feel
is,
me?
let me change the word list to you have a standard.
Yes,
There you
I
go.
definitely
That's-
have a
Okay.
standard,
Oh, I
and
see.
that's
Have a
different.
standard.
I definitely have a standard.
we
There it
have a
is, Drew. There it
standard,
is.
Because I don't want a drunk. Definitely
Okay.
not. So yeah.
So you've
I
had
definitely have a
experience with
standard.
drunks then?
No, actually,
No.
never dated a drunk.
But who
before.
wants to
'Cause
have
I
a
wouldn't even
sloppy
give
drunk
them a
man?
chance, Stephen. I wouldn't even date them. But no, I see other women with men and women that are alcoholics and with the hard things that they have to go through. So I wouldn't even put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're only an alcoholic if you admit it.
Exactly. You're only as
Well, I
drunk
don't
as
drink.
you could take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's a whole nother
A whole nother
episode.
Yes. So anyway, with the love bombing, a person is very jealous. Very jealous. Don't like when you set boundaries.
Jealous of what though?
Just jealous, period. If you try to do anything, they try to disable women through the support that they offer. And they get jealous.
I
if
know
you
when
do
somebody's
anything.
insecure when they keep
Tell us
calling you on the phone every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
texting
Lord.
me.
You
Where
just
you at?
called me, now you're
I'm a-
calling me again.
Right.
Look, let me give a guy that's
Lord.
trying to date me. Let me give you some advice. Do not call me talking about why you ain't call me.
Well, here.
yeah.
All right. Let me qualify that. Let me
That's a
qualify that.
turn
I don't
off.
date Frida, but I call her. She still don't answer. Okay, so that's just her.
No, I answer, but I hate when you dating somebody and you're like, why didn't you call me?
Right.
I'm going through TSA right now. I can't
Like,
call
are
you.
you okay?
I can't call
You
you.
in the
I just called you when I got to the airport.
And how about like? So what are you doing now? The same thing I'm doing 5 minutes ago. Okay.
That's
That's what I'm
insecure.
doing right now.
So anyway, there are gradual attempts to isolate and gain control. So
Interesting.
yeah. So anyway, I just want to ask a couple of quick questions to see what you guys know. Some trivia questions.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
A
I
pig's
need a drink for
penis is shaped
Wow.
like a short cucumber.
Uh-huh.
A pig's penis is shaped like a short cucumber,
Mm-hmm.
a corkscrew, or a pencil.
Or corkscrew.
Do, do, do,
Well, I'm gonna say last time I was with a pig,
Give me an educated
it
guess.
was super weird, right? Because I wasn't really into the pig like the pig was into me. You understand?
What would you
I
guys?
can-
What would you
I
guys?
can tell you what the horses look like.
Oh my god! I seen that on TV. Like, oh my
I
god!
don't know about a pig. I can tell you a horse.
So
Anybody
what's
want to
the answer?
guess?
What's-
Anybody guess? Guess.
A pencil.
A pencil, a corkscrew.
Ooh, is it really like a corkscrew?
It is shaped like a corkscrew.
Wow.
Who knew?
Yep. Another
knew?
trivia question for
Miss
you
Piggy
guys.
Somebody must have grew up on a farm.
Hermit dude. That's
Right.
it. That's it.
Sweet.
Right. You got a purty mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You want
Average
ham?
200-pound gorilla, his penis is 2 inches, 4 inches, or 8 inches.
Let me see. I think I seen this at the
200
Atlanta
pounds.
Zoo.
200 pounds. I would
gorilla.
probably say 8
Let me
inches.
see.
That's a you know, that's a
Let me
healthy
see. I'm trying to remember.
weight.
For a gorilla?
I don't think it's
I
that.
don't know. I don't know. I'm a
think the
cheeseburger away
gorilla-
from 200 myself. So
when
you
I
know
went
what I
to
mean?
the zoo, I don't think the gorilla's thing was that big because he was doing it to the girl.
In
I don't
the
think
cage.
yeah, I don't remember seeing
Listen,
it.
the Atlanta Zoo doesn't count. All those animals look sick
Wow.
I
to
didn't.
me.
I don't
They look
remember
sick to me,
seeing
man.
it. How big is it?
I forgot to write down the answer.
Oh, so you were like legitimately asking?
No,
She
we
was
gotta
like
know.
legitimately
Google that.
asking Woody.
Google it. Google it.
Now it's B, 4 inches.
See,
4 inches.
'Cause I didn't
It's
see it.
small.
I
It's
ain't see
small.
it,
It's
honey.
small.
Erect?
4 inches.
Yeah.
Erect?
I guess.
Erect.
I guess.
Erect.
I didn't look up the
Horse wins.
erect part. I guess. I don't know. Good job, Zelda.
Horse wins.
Yes.
That ain't fair.
I
You know,
have.
the problem is every time I leave the show, I have to go take a shower,
That is
like
not a
immediately,
fair
and
question.
wash off all
You
the.
just learned something. Why do you have to take a shower from learning
Because this
something?
is just like a lot.
You learned something. It makes you think.
That's a lot.
I have another question. This is a really important question, guys. Can sex toys transmit STDs?
Can they? I don't know.
True or false?
Yeah, if they're-
True or
if they're-
false?
True.
I would say true.
True.
what when you saying STDs? Like
STDs.
child, I don't know. I don't like toys. I don't
True.
use them, so I don't know. I can't answer that.
I would think so. It probably, has bacteria on it if you don't,
True.
No?
True.
Yeah, I could say
True.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sex toys
No
can
toys
transmit
for me.
STDs.
Never.
Because that means
I would
that
think
you're
you
playing-
have to be while you're using them. I would think if you put it down and go back later, I would think it would be okay. I'm not sure, but yes, that is a true statement. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So now
Who
you
knew?
need to know these
Yeah,
things.
you can get COVID from one of those
You
toys.
need to know these things.
Watch out. Watch out. You can get COVID. One of them
And-
toys.
And what's that vaccine
that's-
look like?
It's squiggly looking. Squiggly. Looks like a corkscrew.
Well, if you would have asked that question for the toilets, I would have said yes, because I know about that in my field, being a cosmetologist, all the bacteria and germs and viruses and all that stuff, and how you can catch scabies by touching a doorknob.
Scabies? What is
I've
that?
even
Yeah,
heard that.
scabies
Yeah.
are little bugs that live under your skin. And
Ew.
I've
it's
heard
like a
that.
mite, and you can touch it by just touching doorknobs, and we learn all that, and
Wow.
I know
Yeah.
about nights, them termites. I'm gonna tell you right now. This girl gave me termites back in high school. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was the worst.
termites are
It
cool.
How
was-
you
Lord.
kill your termites? What you take?
Lord,
What you
and
take?
the
You got
kerosene,
terminates?
baby, kerosene.
Were those crabs? Or,
Gotta
or-
keep drinking, keep drinking.
Now, those
Kerosene
shits
all
were-
night long.
Those shits
Kerosene
were
all night
lobsters,
long.
okay?
Kerosene all night long.
Oh. Did you know in the state of Michigan, there
Y'all
has,
gonna have me back.
yes, we got to have you back. There has been
He's going to have his own podcast, right? Go ahead, Woody.
And we all look.
What were
In
we
the
saying?
state of Michigan, there is a law on the books. It was placed on the books in 1931 that states any man who shall seduce and debauch any unmarried woman shall be guilty of felony.
This is 31
In 1931,
during the Great Depression.
if found guilty, the man can be punished with up to 5 years in state prison or a fine of not more than $2,500. Being such
Everybody be locked up.
being such a old law is rarely used, but lawyers have used it as a loophole in divorce settlements. Did you know that? If
I
you,
did not.
No.
If you trick a woman out them panties in Michigan, you can go to jail.
All right, it sounds like how do you prove it though? How do you prove the trickery?
The McDonald's cups in the back of the
Okay.
you seduced her with all
Right,
the McDonald's
right.
cups. But it raises a question: should you be able to sue somebody that's wasted your time in a relationship with the promise of marriage and commitment?
I don't have time to sue anybody.
That has happened. There's been a couple of women that have sued men.
Yeah.
because they have time
over
on their
that.
hands.
No, if you stay in a relationship with somebody for years
They
and
got
years and
money
years,
from
and,
it.
and they're telling you they're going to marry you,
They
and you
won.
and they don't.
I'm just telling you all, if you've
They
ever been
won.
in a civil lawsuit, Okay, it's forever, like forever. Okay.
But should you have the right to sue?
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna sue you for right
Well,
now. Watch this.
This is what I think. I think that you shouldn't be staying with them like that in the first place. I'm just old fashioned. Nobody's gonna be staying with me, and I'm not staying with them until I am married.
So you're not shacking up with anybody.
I've never shacked up with nobody.
I say you're not
you going
shacking
to
up.
your
Y'all,
house,
okay,
and
that's
I'm going to
fine.
mine.
But you're still in a
But-
relationship. You're not dating anyone else. Y'all got your own places. Y'all still dating. You
Well-
date this person for 10 years.
Well, you know what? No, I don't think that they should be able to be sued. No, that would be my answer.
And like
Because they can leave anytime they want.
and
they-
like what
they
judge
chose
in
to
the
stay.
right mind is going to be like, that's a great idea.
Well, if
I mean, for
somebody
real,
has
I mean-
promised you, to play devil's advocate here, if somebody has promised you a relationship and you've invested all your resources and time into them, and then all of a sudden they be like, well, I'm going to marry Sue.
Well, we talking a month, a year?
No, you've been with them for years.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be her mistake because I wouldn't stay with no man for years without a ring on my finger.
That's a great point because
I
I
would
think
never do that.
I think in the state of Georgia, if you're with someone is it more than 9 months? You're actually what common law,
married.
yeah.
Right.
Some states have that. I don't know if Georgia still has common law or not. I'm not for sure if they still have common law marriage here in Georgia. I know it used to back in the 90s. I'm not for sure if that's still the same. But if it's common law, yes, you're married, whether you're married or not on paper.
Right.
Yeah.
All you have to have is that postal address.
It's going to be a
Yes.
bunch of women running down to the courthouse
Yes.
trying to open up a case.
Yes.
gonna be
If I can
backlog.
claim you on my taxes.
And then
it
another
ain't
thing
happening.
too, why is a man waiting so long to marry you? I know so many men that have stayed with women 5 years, 10 years, 11 years, and I asked them, I'm like, why did you
Because
marry
society
her?
has made it
And-
acceptable.
And you know what they
That's
said?
why.
They said they didn't want him. They wasn't going to marry her. So
Let
my
me
thing
tell you
is
something.
why?
Could they get the
And
milk
my-
for
no,
free?
they
That's
getting
why.
the milk for
Exactly. And
free.
my
Getting the
grandmother
milk for free.
say,
So-
my mama got pregnant, she got married.
Yeah.
My aunt got pregnant, she got married. You got pregnant, you got married.
That was a different
Like,
time though.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
But that's what I'm
It certainly
saying. So
was,
now
yeah.
society has made it acceptable that you can
Shack
shack
up.
up forever, have babies, and not get married. That's perfectly acceptable. And then, people always try to make the laws and the rules work to their situation. And then they try to make you think, you shouldn't follow certain rules that are put in place. Like I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so that problem.
I think
Yeah.
people aren't honoring the covenant
of
of marriage,
marriage.
and
Yeah,
so
we
what
talked
happens
about
is
that.
when the relationship doesn't work out, now they leave and neither party ends up with anything. Especially the woman is unfortunate because women have been treated unfairly in life. All dating way back in historical times have been left by themselves, and it's not right. If you're with someone, you're entitled to something. Would you agree?
Yes. I
You're
think
entitled
so.
to leave.
No.
But to your point,
you are.
though, yeah, if
You
you've
should get
invested,
something.
I think so. If you've invested time
Yeah.
Well, you better
in
be
this
stashing up
relationship-
on the side somewhere. That's all I can say.
But let me tell you something. Men, on the flip side of that, don't feel like you should be entitled to anything.
Should
Oh
be.
yeah.
And I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of drama with this.
Say that one more time,
but
Frida.
Men
Right.
feel like you should just go about your business, and they can move on to the next person.
You got to commit to something, and if you want something in this life, you got to commit to something.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
A
working
man
on
that
it.
don't
say what I
commit to
was gonna
nothing
say.
will fall for anything. Come
I'm
on.
Preach.
working on it.
Preach.
I'll say
So,
that. Say that.
Drew, what you got to say? Because
I'm listening right now.
He's taking it all
I'm
in.
taking all this.
He's
in.
writing his memoirs. Okay, so this is just
I
another.
think, you know what? I think marriage is a beautiful thing if two people can come together and both common ground. So I think that's why a lot of men and a lot of women can't find their good partner because they can't come to common ground. But I think everybody wants to really be married and be in love.
I think we want it easy, and we don't want to go
Yep,
through the
we don't
tough
do the
times.
work.
And
Right.
the tough
Don't
times
wanna
are
do
what
the
makes
work.
the relationship.
Right.
The tough time, that's the glue.
Right.
Iron sharpening iron.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You sharpen
absolutely
each
right.
other's rough places out. That's how you get better. That's how you grow.
Facts.
Yeah.
That
Trust,
commitment, man. That's the commitment.
You know, but
thing.
to your point, it's like, you know, when things get rough, people just want to run away and they're
Yeah,
like, they
that's
want to
true.
cancel you out. You know,
Yeah.
the cancel culture we have these days.
Yeah.
So they just want to cancel you out, you know, because things are going to get rough.
yeah,
It's supposed to.
It's exactly
life.
It's part of the process.
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
Can-
It's how you gonna deal with it.
baby, can you stand the rain?
Come on now. What you
Yes.
working with?
Okay.
But do they
I
have to
need to
get
stand the
rough?
rain.
Would you say, Drew?
They
Yes.
have to get rough.
Well, life
Yes.
life
They
happens.
have to get rough. I mean, you find someone that you know how to endure the rough times. You know what I'm saying? Is it roughness, or is it just like we gonna handle this together?
Well,
Like,
no,
like,
it's
you're
not rough if you
you're
got
rough,
somebody that's got your back.
But your rough is not my rough. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So if I'm going to endure this next chapter with my partner, my husband, and it's like this is what people said is rough, but you and I, we've been through that rough. Now we can like we know how to sail through this. You know, through this.
But yeah, that's the purpose of having the partner, because nobody wants to go through. You know, if you're single, I get fired. You know, I lose my job, I have to close my business. I don't want to have to deal with all of that by myself. I mean, I will.
That's
'cause I
not
have to.
rough.
It is a rough part.
It's life.
Yeah.
It's
when things
life.
in life happen, you have a companion to help you get through.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I get boom.
It is Fusion Radio, one world, one voice, and myfusionradio.com. You are listening to the Uninhibited podcast. We'll be right back and talk some more shit, okay?
Yeah.
You're right. But see, but some